All right, ladies and gentlemen, big podcast, big vibes, big Jerry right here. You know the name.
You know,
another banger.
Another banger.
It's been a minute, gents. Hey,
it's been a while, but we're back.
It's been a while, minute, but we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back like we never left.
Back like we never left.
I'm rose at 0%. Is that 1%?
1%.
1% gang. What's good? When you see me, talk to me nice.
Big Jerry, you know the name. What's happening?
Jer, aka Mr. Zambia.
No, let's not do that.
We've got the millions.
No,
it's okay.
Not on this.
Fun fact about Jerry.
I'm thinking, do I have a fun fact about Jerry? Oh, I actually have one. Middle of the episode. Pay attention. I'll tell you.
Even me, I don't know. What's happened? What are the names for those who don't know?
It's your boy, Yes.
You don't know me. I'm actually hurt. You've been watching us this whole time.
I don't know.
How did you know?
Actually, you haven't subscribed. That's why you don't know me. You better subscribe. For you that don't know me, yes, you. I'm looking at you right now. It's me, the one and only. True. We're back. Talk to me nice. Yo.
That's it. You know, it's so funny. The other day I was looking at the analytics.
Yeah.
And according to our data, about 54% of the people who listen to this haven't subscribed for whatever reason.
For real?
Yeah. So if you guys benefit from this in any way, if this helps you, it keeps your sanity straight, then, you know, hit that, whatever.
Nah.
Just what
Let's lower the bar. If we made you smile at any point during this podcast.
I feel like you're smiling right now.
Exactly.
Except you're smiling. If you're driving, park, you know what to do. Then continue doing whatever you're doing.
Preach.
I was going to say, it's not about the numbers, but then we can obviously attract more guests that we want to have.
Yeah, it's not about the numbers. I don't care if it's just one person, but imagine how many people could benefit from this. You know,
it's about reaching more guests, and guests want to see like, oh, let me check your podcast out. You know.
Sorry, guys. I'm all about the numbers. I want all of you.
Everyone. All right. Scratch that. Today we have another interesting episode. So we're looking back at where we've come from.
Sponsors, come on.
Oh my.
How are we gonna get paid?
The sponsors.
How are you gonna get paid?
Tell us.
So this episode is sponsored by Soulful Life Official. If you do not know, the link is down in our description.
We haven't actually said much about Soulfit. Can you just tell people just a little bit, 60 seconds about what Soulfit is and why they should click on the link?
All right. So Soulfit Life is a fitness and sports company, which is working on obviously getting into a fitness space where people are more inclined to tapping into their inert abilities. So most of the times fitness is masked as a thing where you have to be so much physical. It's all about being in the gym, running and everything.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. But then we try to get down to the bone of like, you know, where the mindset comes in, where the physicality comes in, the emotional intelligence to actually achieve goals and everything in that regard. So we actually got our branding aspect. We've got our apparel, which is literally behind the scenes, and you guys are actually blessed to be able to see this. So this is like it's our Soulfit Life signature hoodie. It's up in our bio. It's up on our website. If you haven't got yourself one, this is the time to shine, baby.
Yeah.
There's only 3. So if you haven't bought from the 3, that's it. It's gone.
Excited. Really excited.
Let's get
limited edition.
How many samples are there? Is it limited or is it unlimited?
At the minute, we'll say it's limited because it's not for everyone.
If you don't have one,
it's not for everyone, but anyone can be a part of it. You know, if the shoe fits,
put it on. If the shoe fits,
exactly.
That's amazing. What's on the
That's a dangerous saying, though, if you think about it. If
the shoe fits,
then run with it. But then again, you think about the mileage. How far are you willing to go in that shoe?
Whenever I hear mileage, I was just I'm like,
I love the word mileage.
Mileage is, I think that's like
everything.
It's a interesting word, mileage.
I asked Jerry a question once.
Yeah.
Having a chat, and I was like, bro, if a car is fresh, it's nice. The body is okay.
The suspension. This guy said the suspension.
That's it. Everything's good. The paint's done.
Man.
The seats, the fabric, everything's out. Then you sit in the seat and you look at the mileage and it's done 500,000 Ks. Would you still buy the car?
Would you still buy the car?
Would you be like, nah, it drives alright?
It depends.
I was like,
depends.
Mileage is
It depends on the usage. That's not the topic today, but anyway, it depends on the usage
What
of the
came
car.
first, the egg or the
For me, my only qualifying point: does it have 4 rings?
Does it have 4 rings? This
Audi,
guy is in
let's go.
love with the Audi. I actually have shares in Audi, so talk to me nice and I might get you some.
Bro, interesting
Man
fact.
said my catchphrase. Said talk to me.
I stole it for the day.
Playing too much.
Easy,
Let's go.
easy.
All right, let's get it. So today's episode is titled, "Has your 2023 been more of success or progress?" So let's get to the bone of it. What's the difference between success and progress? I'm gonna start.
Freestyle.
So success to me is individual. It's subjective. So success to me could mean having all the money in the world. It could mean me launching my businesses and them like flourishing. However, success to Nez might be, getting that baddie or whatever that looks like.
No comment.
And so success to Andrew could be starting a family and that everything is, it's happening. However, progress is the journey to that. So progress is more about taking steps that actually walk to that direction. All right. So the question is, has 2023 been more of success or progress for us? For you guys listening, I'll let you guys go ahead.
I look at it different. I look at it as progress. Success comes in many different shapes for me. It comes in the little steps. It comes in the little wins. It comes in the little achievements, like in the morning, making it work on time. That's a success on its own. Progress is more, you've been doing something, and then the outcome that comes from it is either the whole thing was like, the process was like a whole challenge, or it was just something simple, and at the end of it, you're expecting to see a certain result, good or bad. Okay, no, good in this term.
Success, good, somewhat.
No, not success, progress.
Or progress, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. So progress, it's good because you're still seeing that forward movement. It's all about the forward movement. It's all about, I'm here now, where am I going next? I'm here now, where am I going next?
True.
I get here, where am I going next? So for me, it's been, my 2023 has been about progress. I've seen, I've learned, I've grown, and I'm still experiencing, like literally every day I learn something new. So it's progress through and through.
I was going to add to what Andrew was saying. I think different stages of life have different stages of, or different definitions of what success looks like. So when I was in year 7, success to me was passing my year 7 examinations. Like if I can do this and get through, back when I was in Zambia, then I'm successful, right?
Yeah.
Now there's now there's a year 9 exam.
I love that word, successful. Get back. Yeah.
If only I can do that, then it's success to me.
Yeah.
And then, year 12, and then it's uni, and then there's always that next phase of success. Like you never, even the person that I look at, people that are really successful, people that I look up to, and they're still looking like they still want to do something else. Like success is always, there's always a goalpost in your life, and trying to. I think I wrote this down in my diary once. I said success is like trying to reach the asymptote of a curve that you can't actually touch.
Yeah.
Because the asymptote is kind of like trying to reach a curve. What was that? I just heard something.
Ads.
Ads, okay. That was it. We're not sponsored by any of those ads. But yeah, pretty much like the line, trying to reach the maximum of a line curve, but you can't actually, but just trying to reach the maximum enough that you can go. Okay. And that's success. It looks different stages. Progress is, like Andrew said, working towards something and just making progress and moving in that, Okay. So if I'm going to the gym, which I've been going to the gym, and I used to lift like a certain amount of kilos, I'm not going to put it out because, why should anyone want to know what he doesn't lift it? But, unless they're Jerry, they would want to know. But
this guy.
If I used to lift a certain amount of kilos, now I'm lifting this, now I'm doing this, then I'm making progress in whatever I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So those are the differences. 2023 has definitely been a success. I think for me, it's been about changing the perspective on things. I think before my perspective on things was very, very limited.
Okay.
And the more I pick on the billionaire mindset, like billionaire for me is not the amount of money that I have in the bank.
Yeah.
Billionaire for me is a mindset. Billionaire for me is how I look at the world, how I look at long term, like how do you know, making investments and that kind of stuff takes a long term. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
sort
all
of have
about
to program yourself.
Programming myself, like how the Bible says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah.
Like it's like we have to have a paradigm shift in how we actually think and how we process things, and that's what this year has been for me. You know, it's just been. I call this guy every time. I was like, I'm like, bro, like. Life is a lie, and then I was sending him something. I'm like, and then he sends back something as well, and that's been progress. And it's funny. I've made so much progress in this year than I've done maybe in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
This year has been like progress after progress after progress for myself mentally, like what I know, how I speak, how I talk. My boy Jerry will tell you, like how
he can testify.
Jerry can testify the goodness of the Lord.
I'm happy to see you guys win, and for me, it lifts me when I see people around me are winning, excelling, or whatever it is they're getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from what I'm hearing, so for you, Andrew, it's been more of success or progress. Progress. Then for Nez, he defined it as more of progress. Correct?
Yeah.
So everyone, from what I'm hearing, is more of progress. So I think a lot of times when you look on YouTube, it's like, 10 steps on how to be successful.
Oh my God.
But here it is. This is different. So we're going to give you 4 steps or 4 actionable steps. And we're actually going to give everyone here homework on how to implement what we're about to let you in on. So I'm going to start with the first one, to progress. So progress is the prerequisite to success. Okay. So progress comes before success. Progress doesn't have failure. However, success does have failure.
Yeah.
Okay? Because when you're making progress, you're moving forward. It's not about the failures that you incur. But however, to become successful, you have to fail.
Yeah.
But to make progress, you don't have to fail. That's the difference. So number 1 is 1% improvement. We can see my man over there has a 1% cap, but it's for the wrong reason.
Hey, they don't need to know why.
They don't need to know why. So number 1, I'm going to state my point, which is number 1 to making progress or to becoming progressful in life is 1% improvement. You think yourself, you break down the cheese. Okay, I need to do X, Y, Z. What's one thing that I can do that's going to take me a step forward, and then doing that consecutively? There was one person I told this in the gym, and I was like, you can have sex with 9 women, but you won't have a kid in 1 month. But if you have sex with 1 woman, you're gonna have a kid in 9 months. So that's what.
That one just went off my head. Like,
okay, let me repeat.
Jerry and he's saying.
No, it's not even a Jerry saying. Pretty much, it's more of, as opposed to you doing a heap sum of things in a small space of time. Break it down.
So which of those would you do?
When I'm married.
That's amazing. That's the same thing.
I think the fact that I've said when I'm married, I don't think I need to go any further.
That's amazing, brother. That's the perspective change that we want to see in our brothers, you know.
So for me, the one step that if you could take for me is 1%. So for you guys listening, I'll just ask you, this is your question, this is your homework. What's one thing that is a big task?
Yeah.
And how can you break it down into steps? So those steps have to be tailored to, there's a smart way of planning. So specific, measurable, acquirable. Is it acquirable?
Smart, specific, measurable.
Acquirable. That's your homework. Find the smart.
time sensitive.
Time is the last one, but the R is your homework.
Yeah.
The R is your homework. So you have 2 homeworks to the guests listening. That's my point. So what's your point for
I want to add
progress?
on to what Jerry's done. I love adding on to things. It's a Lego, and you add on to what the previous, person says. And Jerry says pretty much you have stages and steps to what you want to achieve, right? My approach is builds into what he's saying, but it's about having psychological moonshots. Stephen Bartlett calls them. I love. Shout out to Stephen Bartlett. You're the man.
Stephen Bartlett.
Bro.
I feel like one day we're gonna have Stephen Bartlett.
We're gonna have Stephen Bartlett on this episode.
Let's remember this day.
Preach.
One day we're gonna have Stephen
I've
Bartlett.
been in uni for the longest time of my life, and I know a lot about like academic stuff or whatever. But when it comes to my life, when it comes to how I interact with other people, I've learned more from listening to Steve than I've done in academic learning, even throughout my whole life. There's things that like school doesn't really teach us, that books out there, that people out there, the experience and whatever can teach us. And for me, one of those has been Stephen Bartlett. So psychological moonshots are pretty much a moonshot is just pretty much like a shot at trying to go to the moon, for example, right?
Yeah.
Psychologically, but how you don't do if you head up trying to do something very hard, it's gonna be, or trying to achieve something really hard, it's daunting. It's so much pressure. How do I improve? How do I get to where I want to go? How do I make progress? Like Jay was saying. So for me, it's I break down something into its components. So I get a Lego piece and I break it down to whatever pieces this is made of. And then I think of ways of improving each and every one of those pieces 1% each. And I'm so addicted to this now. Like I want to improve everything.
Yeah.
So like I walk into, if you want to, I don't know, give me a scenario. Like what is something someone might be trying to improve on that is actually practical?
So for example, someone wants to improve their confidence when it comes to talking to the other gender.
Okay. Someone wants to improve his confidence when it comes to approaching the other gender. Then they break down, okay, what is confidence? So confidence is made up of different types of things. Like how you speak, how you make eye contact, how you position yourself.
Body language.
Body
language is a big one, isn't it?
Something else again, just a side note. There's verbal, but there's body language, and then there's non-verbal language, and then there's what they call digital media language as well. I just learned this. So digital media language is someone leaves you on scene, someone like doesn't respond to you, they respond to you like 1 week later, but they're always online.
You on scene? What's that? Me?
Like,
you leave me on scene? Are you mad?
Oh, it does happen, but it's like it's a language in itself.
Yeah.
So when it comes to approaching girls, for example, in one to the confidence, like how is she responding to you? Are you hotspotting the conversation, or is she actually engaged? Is she asking you questions that she wants to know about you? If you're hotspotting the conversation, like it's like the one knows. Then it's like you have to read, and guys actually have to be able to read. Like, bro, what are these signals? What does this mean? Like, we've made plans for a date, and she's cancelled like every time that we've made them. Could it be that she's really busy, or something's up, or we have to actually critically analyze? But I'm gonna go back to where I was going.
Your second point.
No, this is just like a detail. So you break things down. So Jay gave an example of someone wanting to build confidence, right? And it's like to talk to a girl, for example. And that's made up of different things. So it's how I talk, for example. It's your eye contact, the vocabulary you use, your confidence, how you're looking, your breath. What cologne did you use? It comes so many things, right? And then if you package those and then you're like, okay, how can I improve 1% of all of these things? Because okay, my confidence. How do I make eye contact? Okay, every time I talk to my siblings, I'll try to make eye contact and speak to them confidently. You're making 1% improvement. Okay, my vocabulary, when I speak, if you had all those 1%, if you brought out 50 pieces of confidence and you've improved 1% on all of those, you've now improved yourself 55% just by improving small things. So those are my psychological moonshots. So that's doing back there.
Put it here. I'm proud of you.
Vibes.
This is my son. I've watched this guy grow.
Andrew,
even before he was this wise. You guys say, oh, Nez is wise. Me, I saw this guy when he used to do a lot of nonsense.
God is good. What can I say? God is good.
God is good. God is great. What was the question again? I'm joking.
Progress.
I'm joking. Steps to progress. I would say start with having a vision. Pretty much it just lines up with what everyone has said. But for me, I'll go with right at the very beginning. Have a vision. The vision is going to drive, like your vision can be anything. It can be as crazy as you want it to be. But with that crazy vision, just like Nez said, break it down. Break it down into small steps, achievable steps. Because if you look, if example, moonshots, let's say you want to go to the moon, just get up, I want to go to the moon. No, that's going to be impossible. How are you going to get to the moon? Okay, break it down. Like, okay, the moon, I need a rocket, I need time, I need space, I need an outfit, I need to be able to survive.
A rocket. There's a timer.
So basically, break down those steps, make them achievable, and then that's where you start applying progress, because now those steps become little forms of success for you.
Yeah.
Each of those little steps is progress, because you're growing after each and every step, and at the end of each of those steps is success. And then the more that you take, the more that you go, before you know it, you're like halfway through to getting to the moon. You have a rocket, you have a crew, you have the suit. What's left? Fuel. You get your fuel, what's left? A date, countdown, and then boom.
Next
Next thing you know, you're at the moon. So vision, break it down, and then start taking one step at a time.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think I love that. I'm just gonna add on real quick,
Yeah.
just 3 more points. So step 1 we said was 1% improvement.
Yeah.
Step 2 was
Psychological moonshots, breaking down different patterns.
psychological moonshots, which is breaking them down.
Mhm.
Number 3 was having a vision, right?
Vision.
Pretty much. So number 4 is surround yourself with people who align with what you're heading after. Number 5 is out of sight, out of mind. So I've given you guys a bonus. I was gonna give you an extra one, but you need to come back. So in the next episode, we're gonna bring it on. So pretty much surround yourself with
Like-minded people.
Yeah, because if I'm trying to, let's say, get fit, I'm not supposed to be hanging out with Nez, who's always going to KFC over the weekend or every day.
McDonald's.
It's McDonald's. This guy's actually like an ambassador.
I haven't touched McDonald's in a while. It's crazy.
So if you're trying to make progress, the quickest way, if you can find a mentor in it, if it's something that incorporates you mentally having to learn something, then you want to have a mentor or people, like-minded people. So if you can see, I'm sitting next to two kings, 2 legends. So right now I know we're like literally heading towards the right direction.
Let me hop onto that. You can actually break that down into, I can't remember what it's called. It's something like the 30-30-30, something like that.
30, yeah.
So like spend 30% of your time with people smarter than you so you can learn. Spend 30% of your time with people like-minded so you can reflect, can bounce back ideas and sort of
That's deep.
grow and maintain the knowledge.
Yeah.
And the last 30% is be with people that you can educate and pass on that information so that it retains with you and you're also like teaching. And there's a scientific thing behind you teaching someone. That knowledge is retained in you even more. So
that's actually
30,
the best way to learn. I know Nels was going to add to that.
I was just going to add to what you were saying about having a team, right? Having a team of people around you that are actually helping you. It's not just about accountability, it's also about the drive that comes behind it. And I'm going to give an anecdote from my own life. Recently, I realized that my motivation to attend gym was going down, right? I track my gym attendance, so I was realized, this month I put it's a percentage.
Yeah.
This month I was at the gym this percent of the month. This month whatever, and I realized it was going down. And I learned something as well from, I think it was Stephen Bartlett's book.
of course.
Of course.
I was like, we'll play a game. Guess where Nez learned this from? If you guess. But yeah, so pretty much, and they talked about having a group chat. So I called my mate. I was like, hey, can we have a group chat where when someone goes to the gym every day, you have to post a picture in there.
Yeah.
So I wake up, I see a picture. I was gonna sleep in, and now I need to ask myself a question: am I gonna be the man? Like, okay, what kind of man do you want to be? Are you gonna be the kind of man that's gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the gym," and you're gonna do it, or you're gonna make up an excuse to not go to the gym today?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I now have to go because I have to post that.
Post as well.
I had the Strix app where you just make streaks, but there was no. But now that I'm actually like my friends are doing it, I'm seeing same energy.
Yeah.
It's like I have a standard that I have to,
What?
I don't want to be left behind. It's a herd. We've got herd culture. We are sheep as human beings. If we can just tap into that psychologically and make myself around people that are doing things that I actually want to do, that will build me, then bro.
What you basically did there was you created an environment of accountability.
Yeah.
So that way, anytime you don't go to the gym, you're like, I didn't go. I should have gone.
And
like now it's that standard for I need to because I said I would. We have a group. Everyone's being accountable. Everyone's
posting,
doing it.
Everyone's posting.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I have to go. So that's dope.
That's amazing.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's 5 steps on becoming progressive. Step 1, Andrew, was step 1?
Step 1, I would put. Actually, I would throw vision at the very beginning.
Okay.
Because that way it sort of highlights everything else. It starts everything. It's like the very first step. Like,
What's your vision? Where do you want to go?
Step 1, vision. Next, step 2?
Vision.
Jerry talked about breaking it down into steps. So pretty much vision.
1% improvement.
You break it down into steps, and then after the steps, now you improve those steps.
Yeah.
1%, or just a small. Think of a small improvement that you can have that's gonna improve everything.
And then step 3 was the one which you mentioned, which was the word was really interesting.
Psychological moonshot.
Yes,
That's the one I've added to that.
The 1%.
An extension.
Yeah.
Step 4 was out of sight, out of mind. If you're more likely to see something, you're more likely to do it. And step 5 was surround yourself with it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bigger Podcast. That's your homework. Whatever it is you're trying to become progressful in, break down these steps. Shoot us messages. Reach out to us. We're the most friendly people out there on the planet. Want to hear what you feel,
like,
what you
share,
think.
subscribe.
If you have any questions, just post them through.
You know, I actually don't. I feel so annoyed when I'm watching a YouTube video and someone's like, "Oh, please like and subscribe." I'm like, bro, I hear this
listen.
times, but it's
don't like this. If you don't like it, it's not for you. It's for the right people. We're trying to create a culture, a family.
Actually, I'm gonna do something different. Everyone that's watching or listening to this right now, what do you think about a Q&A episode where you post your questions and then we just spend like the whole episode just answering your questions? So if you're down for that, just give us a shout.
Will Jerry make 9 women pregnant or make 1 woman? Never know. We'll find out in the next episode. Next one.
You never know.
Peace.
Peace.